Good morning. Today is November 4th. It's about just after 9:30 in the morning on this Saturday. It is a beautiful gray, rainy day here in the Pacific Northwest. I'm just peering out my window and seeing the rain coming down and the drips of water collecting on the ends of the leaves until they get full and go ploop down to the earth. So the earth can absorb all that beautiful water and all the roots can drink it up so the trees can grow and feel quenched. I have the Anubis Oracle here, and I will pull a card for today. Just asking what message the cards have for us. I think that's the card. All right. The card is the desert. So funny to have the desert pop up when I'm talking about rain and saturated earth filled with water and a sun that's hidden above the clouds up there. So the desert is the sacred archetypal element of fire. I have a candle burning here today. I don't usually have a candle on, and so here we are, the fire with the desert. There we go. We each have a sacred fire burning within our being, that which warms us and animates us and gives us what we need to move through our days, through our weeks, through our years. The sun shines down upon this earth, giving us the light we need for all the plants to grow. We need the plants to feed us. We need the plants to grow and bud and blossom and seed, so the seeds can become new growth. And as the seeds become new growth, all the leaves that fall to the ground, the petals of the flowers become the soil, the nutrients for the plant to grow. The sun can be very hot, especially in the desert. And in the desert, without water, there's very little life, though it is there. Once I was in the white desert of Egypt, that's in the kind of western desert from the Nile Valley. And it was night and there were stars overhead. The sun was sleeping in the Egypt land. And there were these foxes with these ears that were like, my imagination maybe is remembering them bigger than they were, but they were bigger than their head, these two giant ears that were like radars for hearing any nuance. And they're very curious about us. They stayed right on the periphery of our firelight. We had a fire burning, and that firelight extended only so far before it became darkness again. And they circled our light, watching us, waiting to see if we dropped a morsel of food. So there is life in the desert. There are spots in the desert where the water wells up from underneath, and the water combined with the sun shining down provides the fuel for life. And there you'll find grasses growing and date palms growing. The desert is a place of solitude. It's a place of silence. For those of you who have been in the depths of a desert, when you close your eyes and listen, there's no sound. No sound of electricity buzzing, no sound of traffic moving, no sound, just silence. There's a beauty in this silence, this ability to come into the quiet. Let's just be in that silence for a moment together. What do you notice in the silence? Does your mind quiet or does it continue to chatter? Can you hear your heart beat? In this place of the silence of the desert, there is a profound knowing. In the absence of, we can find an abundance of gratitude for this life, for this breath, for this opportunity to exist, to feel, to know, to experience, to allow whatever is arising within us. I'm impressed with this truth of the desert that is sand. Not all deserts are sand. The depths of the Arctic is a desert. A desert is actually defined as something without, where it's dry, right? And in the bottom of our earth and at the very top of our earth at certain times, it's very, very, very dry, even though there's ice. But the desert in this card is the sand and the dunes. And the sand is earth, but it's not earth that we normally consider earth like solid and strong, right? It's all these little itty bitty specks of earth that create the sand. Technically, it's silica, I think. And it's not solid. When you walk on the sand, it shifts and moves. It can be difficult to walk up a sand dune or down. And there's a shifting nature of reality. Each moment like one of those little pieces of sand. The sands in the hourglass as time moves forward. Always arriving right now, again and again and again. So with the card, the desert and the sun shining bright and the fire that can be such an ally to us. It cooks our food, it heats our homes, also can be destructive when out of control. Let's just take a deep breath into our heart center and connect with that inner flame, that inner heart flame that helps light our way. helps us arrive to see the truths that are all around us. And regardless of what is true for you, what is true for me, what is true for us, regardless of whether we feel elated or in a state of despair, find a speck of gratitude, maybe a speck more, maybe a handful of gratitude for the light, for the sun, for the fire that burns bright in our souls. Thank you for you and all that you do to help the whole be whole. Till next time.